All right, we're gonna run a, if I can get this off, bug sending unit instead of a bus. They are a lot cheaper. 68 and later bug. They fit, but you just have to bend the rod. I'll show you. Get this off here. I'll show you real quick. Bring you back in. Well, there's actually two good reasons to run a bug one. One is that you can get it out without pulling the tank in a bus. And the other reason is they're like half the price, so it's up to you. Let's see, it goes like this. Sits in there like that. So all I do is go like this, right about chair, bend it over, and it kind of goes like that. It's just like that. Yep, there it is. Done. I think the bottom ends up being in the right place. It's empty, it's right at the bottom of the tank. Or if you hold it beside it, I can do that. Hold it beside it. It's right at the bottom of the tank. It's full. Goes up right to the top of the tank. See that? So you just bend it sideways. And it seems to work just fine. I've had people go, well, it reads off. It's like, yeah, every bus gauge I've ever bought, they all read off. All the aftermarket gauges, all the aftermarket stuff all reads off, so yeah, that's about as good as anything. Put some stainless screws in here. I hook up my ground wire. I'll do that a little bit later. Anyway, that's that for that. I'll bring you back in on another portion of the video and we'll check out some other stuff. Alright, gotta tighten those up, we're ready to go. So another thing cool about the bug gas gauge is it comes with one of these. But if you buy the tank, it has one on it. You can probably just reuse that if you wanted to. They do sell them new, but I don't know. The bug one comes with it. You got to buy the thing. By the time you're out of it, you're at about almost $100 at Wilsford West. And these are like maybe 30, I'm going to say. I don't know. But I get them for quite a bit less than that. You can get the generic one from someplace and they're dirt cheap. And they work fine. That's what I found. It did, like I said, it all reads off. Everything reads a little bit off, even the original. If I use the original ones, the reproduction ones, the wire inside of them is a different type of wire, and they all read off. So, like mine reads full at 3/4 of a tank, no matter if I use this gauge, this sending unit, or it reads 3/4 of a tank at when it's full, and then it goes down to empty, and it has like 3 gallons left in reserve when it's completely empty. So kind of gives you an idea where your gas is at. Good enough for me. Wish it was better, but that's all they make. I mean, pretty much all of them are the same. All right. This is where the rubber meets the road here, guys. This is a difficult one. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bend right here. And I'm bend and butt this, so it's going to be a little weird. So I'm going to bend it right here. To right here. I'm going to flatten that part. I guess I'll just have to show you. Bring you back in. All right, so I got it placed in there. See, I bent it here. Now the trick is, so I got this right here, right? So I got to go like this and then go around there. It's probably the easiest way to do it, I think. Yeah, well, I could just do like this. So I'll just cut that end off. Look at this side. I'm feeling underneath to see what's there. Yeah, I can just cut it straight off. Let's do that. Bring it back in. Check it out. Quick coat of primer on here. This first coat. I haven't even block sanded this at all. A little bit of edgy stuff. I don't care. This is actually the inside of them. I do the inside first, and then I'll prime the outside. Gonna let this dry for a little while. Went ahead and did these two lines while I was at it. I think I'm going to paint these a different color, just for fun. I'm going to paint them the original color, which is that gray. I'll just match it, just eye match it as close as I can real quick. I'll go with that. I don't have anything to match it to, but I'll guess it'll be close. Well, it's hard to believe that that took a few days to do. Let's look at it from the other side. Yeah, it's kind of hard to believe that that took a few days to do, but I thought I'd make those like that contrasting, like the other gray. It just makes, kind of takes your eyes off of all the flaws in here, which doesn't look that bad really. It looks pretty nice. I think it looks great when for a cargo area. So I put those the kind of the gray color like the original. That looks familiar to you. Just a kind of some scrap paint I mixed together. This was a little different. I think that's closer. What was on there was too dark. I don't know why they made them that way. But anyway, I guess that's it. I'm going to do a trying to pull the wiring harness through here. Oh, let's do one more thing. film the right way. Okay, very important part here we got to put on. I'll see if I can get it while you guys are in my way. I don't know. Alright. Got to put the tags back on it. Since I'm right here, I'm going to do this before I put the engine in, that's for sure. That lid off, it's a lot easier to tighten this up. So if I can get the tiny screw in the tiny hole. You guys can probably see better than me. Oh, darn it. All right. Tighten it up from above. The screws are crooked. Thought it was gonna be easy. There we go. So, it's official now. Get on these tops here pretty soon here. I gotta get the wire pulled though. And I ran into a problem with that. I think what's wrong is, I'll finish that one up off camera. It's getting frustrating. Alright, as soon as you guys got out of the picture, it was real easy to do. Okay, but I think what's wrong here is this corner, these wires, I was pulling them, and then I think what's wrong is I think these are early corners and they had a smaller hole. You know, on VW, they probably drilled one exactly the size they need. I'll have to pull this whole thing all the way back out again, which was not fun to put in, as it seems. You can see right here. It's a bit frustrating. But I think what happened, the reason I had some trouble here, because it seems, is there's, to get this part to go through is going to be impossible. So I think what the reason it's that way is because these are early corners. Remember, these had the small taillights on them, and that has, let's see, 2 less wires to go through the hole. So I think it had a bigger hole. That's what I'm thinking. Regardless, it's going to have a bigger hole now. I had a little trouble trying to get that sucker to go through there. That's for sure. Pull it all the way back out. Then I'm going to take my tool and open that sucker up a little more. Yep. Do that real quick. Maybe I can get the wire in. Then I'll get these wires in here. So anyway, we got all this stuff in the back. I had to vacuum all this. It's been blowing wind the last 3 or 4 days. I gotta take and vacuum all that out before I put the tops on. Yeah. Blow it and vacuum it, whatever. Just get everything cleaned out of there. Don't want any dirt and debris in there because that's what caused it to get rusty. Because the constant moisture on there, that's what, that'll cause problems on anything. So anyway, yeah, got that whole thing on. Oil tanks in, gas tanks in there, got those dividers in, got these 2 on here, other pieces. Just got to tighten them up. That'll probably do it for this, I guess. Not much in this video. Seems like I didn't do much, but I did spent a ton of time. I've got 3 or 4 days in just those 2 dividers. You know, welding those up took a lot of time. Just welding that long butt weld and then grinding it all. Had to grind both sides of it, make it nice and clean, and then just put a little bit of filler on there, and there's not much. Let's look at that real close. You can take a look at it. The bottom edge, remember, was completely gone. So you can see a little bit in the corners and stuff, but it looks fine. Looks like brand new. Looks good. Got it all in there. All wire ready to go. Alright. Alright, so we all know what's next, right? So I got this whole thing on here. I'm just gonna set it on here. I'm just kind of figuring out my game plan. If I should start in the front. I don't know. Yeah, I think that's probably the best bet. I gotta really look at it close because I don't want it to be too off seam. You know, try and make it look pretty good. If I'm a little off seam, I'll just fill it. That's always the answer, right? Make it look good. So this is next. I just got to figure out. Guess I'll notch these out and stuff like that. These 2 ends, but I got to get those 4 corners to line up, and that's going to be the issue that I'm looking at right now. They may not, and I'll just figure out how to make it look right. Because I know I'm a little tiny bit off square somewhere. I know that already. But it won't matter when the lift's on there. It'll look good. But it makes things harder to line up. So anyway, that's it for this video. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Please like, share, and subscribe. Let's see what you guys have to say about this one.